Good morning and welcome. Find me back up on the Trent for a day on a section. I won't say exactly where I am because I've come as someone's guest. There's only limited memberships on this stretch, so I'm further upstream from Fiskerton. When I did the last vlog on the Trent, I was downstream. No, downstream's that way. I may have been upstream. Anyway, I wasn't that far away from where I am now. But yeah, I'm fishing a section of the Trent as a guest of Craig. So if you watch the last vlog, the Fiskerton one, I'd put on there if anyone has any local knowledge, wants to give me some tips, or indeed if they want to fish with me, and I'll stick them in the vlog as well. Put a comment down, and Craig kindly did. And yeah, I'm up here fishing on this stretch in the hope of catching some chub and barbel. Got up here, I mean, horrendous journey up here this morning. Left home at about 4:30, I think it was, and it has just been biblical rain all the way up here. But nonetheless, got here. By the time I got to where I am, the rain had eased off, and the forecast now is no more rain today, so hopefully we can have a nice day's fishing. The river, it's thinning down now. It's going down and starting to clear. A week ago, Craig tells me it was in flood. The water was up where I'm sitting now, and yeah, so it looks good. I've done my usual thing, fed my spots for an hour. The two spots I've gone about a third of the way out on a crease. I'll turn the camera around and try and show you where I'm fishing. So I don't think you can really see the crease, but I'm sort of just past that light coloured bit, and it's very deep there. You know, you do like your cast with the lead and hold it and wait for it to hit bottom. It's a long way down before that hits bottom, and then I'm just the tree just to the right here overhanging. I'm literally just off of there. And again, as I say, I've been trickling in the baits since I got here, which is about an hour ago now. I've been putting bait in, and I've literally just cast the rods out, and we'll see what happens. There's another two chaps, so you can see Craig's fishing there just to my left. That's his umbrella there. And then there are a couple more chaps fishing. I don't know if you can just make him out up to my right. You can probably make their car out. So yeah, that's something that's really nice here. We are literally parked. I'm parked just behind my umbrella, under the umbrella, because it's quite chilly today. I think it's a northeasterly wind today, which is sort of coming that way. So quite a cold wind. So I'll probably be under the umbrella most of the day, and we'll see what happens. But that's about it for now. Bait wise, I've gone with luncheon meat on my inside rod and pellet for now on the rod a third of the way out, and we'll just see what happens. I mean, the odd fish has been rising. The ground bait's got my usual in it. It's the Hinders Blitz mix with some Sonu baits, spicy meaty mix in it, hemp seed, dead maggots, 2mm pellets, and yeah, that's, I think I've had about 10 balls of ground bait out there of that mix. and then there's a feeder out there, and I'm fishing a pellet on a 4-foot hook link. So hopefully that one goes, and as I say, got the trusted old luncheon meat on the inside line, and we'll just see what happens. I've got loads of baits with me. I'm conscious that the Trent is quite a boilie orientated, so I've got boilies with me as well. I will give them a go. I think when I fished it last time down at Fiskerton, I think I had two fish on boilie, I think, and 2 on luncheon meat. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyway, hopefully updating this in a bit with a fish on the bank. See you in a bit. Okay, lunchtime update. Obviously you've not seen any fish, so there hasn't been any fish. Yeah, it's been pretty cold, but the sun's just breaking through now. Don't know how long for, because the forecast is overcast all day, but yeah, this easterly wind is freezing, so you probably see I'm all wrapped up in all my clothes and everything. So, but yeah, fish wise, well, there's 5 of us on this stretch. No one's had anything yet, not even a knock. And somebody's walked along from the other section who's just fishing for silvers. Can't even catch any skimmers or silvers down that way, so it's not looking very good at the moment, but just going to concentrate on the one spot that I keep casting the same rod to, putting the feed out and then feed it every 20 minutes. I'm doing that religiously. Hooks bait wise, I've tried what have I tried? Spicy sausage, oozy spicy sausage pellet. I've tried oozy cheesy garlic pellet. I've tried luncheon meat. I've tried pepperami, and now I've just put out a boilie on one rod. So it's not for a lack of trying. I know Craig, who I'm guesting with, he's tried a few different baits, and yeah, no one's had any luck. So, but that's the way fishing is. Who knows? You get that one spell where they suddenly switch on for 20 minutes, and that can be enough to make your day. So, fingers crossed, rods are out there. We're fishing hard, and hopefully, I'm turning the camera on with some fish later on. But either way, I shall update the vlog one way or the other. So, see you soon. Okay, welcome back. So it's 5:30 now, and yeah, I just thought I'd wrap this bit up before it gets too dark. It's not the end of the vlog, because I'm staying in a Airbnb and then fishing again with Craig tomorrow. Another 6 miles upstream from where we are today. So hopefully we can nick a fish tomorrow. Well, there's still time tonight. If there is, as I always say, I'll put something in the vlog. The only person who's had one is a chap 2 pegs along, the local chap. He's had a nice £9 barbel this afternoon. He's also had a £5.12, I think it was, bream, he said. £5.12, I think it was. So yeah, just watching what he's been doing, no different to me. He casts roughly every 20 minutes, same area, same as I'm doing, same line almost. Every 20 minutes, feeder out, and yeah, that's what I've done to try and really draw any passing fish in, but it hasn't worked at the moment for me. I've also moved the right hand rod back into the margin now, though that margin's quite nice and deep, So I've put that back in the margin on the meat. The rod third of the way out now, or maybe halfway out. That's on a boilie. And yeah, Craig's not had anything. He did put a worm on earlier and had a perch. I tried maggots on a little maggot feeder, loads of little knocks but no connections. But yeah, only gave that sort of 40 minutes. It's just constant knocks. A bit like Craig with the worm, it's constant knocks, so you couldn't really fish that. So yeah, unless anything happens in the next, well, I'm not sure how long we're going to fish into. Sunset is 40 minutes time, and I'm not even sure what time you need to be off. But yeah, as I say, I'm sort of 5 miles up the road. I'm in an Airbnb for the night, so I'm going to grab some McDonald's on the way back to there for dinner. And yeah, see you on the bank in the morning, unless I have something between now and packing up, in which case I'll put the camera back on with the light back on and update you then. So, see you in a bit. Good morning and welcome back. It's, as you see, I'm under the umbrella again. I think it's going to be another day under the umbrella all day. Quite a cold wind again today, but you find me, as I said yesterday, further, can't remember if I said I went upstream or downstream. I think I've come 6 miles downstream. I'm actually, the opposite bank is the A1 pit stretch. So yeah, I've seen a few people pack up this morning and go home where they've done the night. Whether they had anything or not, I don't know. It's not a stretch I ever thought I'd fish, if I'm honest. When I've watched videos, it's not been my cup of tea, but actually here I am, opposite. The rods are out, I'm fishing. I've literally got here this morning. I had a few casts, as I always do, just with a lead, and I'll probably insert a little bit of video now. Basically, out in front of me, there's a little island to my left where Craig is fishing down there, and then the main flow comes down, and there's a crease out there, and I'm fishing both rods just this side of the crease. Initially, when I came here, I was holding bottom with 2 ounce lead, but I've had to go up to 4 ounce. There's a little bit of more flow on now. Did my usual. I didn't catapult out, but I just used the swim feeder, big cage feeder. Did 20 spods. Did 20 casts with a cage feeder full of ground bait. Put that out there. Put some boilie out there again, because this is a stretch that's definitely dominated by boilies, from what I see on YouTube anyway. So initially I've gone in with a boilie approach on both rods. That will change as the day goes on if nothing happens. It's probably the first time I've set up barbel fishing and I don't feel confident. But hey, who knows? Stranger things have happened, but at the moment I'm not feeling that confident about catching something. But we'll just see what happens. So we've got Craig down there, he's fishing the inside line, definitely with one rod and not tight to the island, probably only a third of the way out with the other rod. And as I say, I'm fishing both rods down the middle, just inside the crease. So we'll see what happens. There's still a few anglers on the other side, so keep my eye on them, see if they get anything, and hopefully I'm turning this vlog back on later on with a fish from either myself or Craig. So see you in a bit. Okay, just a morning update, or mid-morning update. Not a lot occurring. Even the guy over the opposite me who's match fishing hasn't had anything because I've been watching him. So yeah, the river's not fishing well. That said, a van went past and stopped and had a chat. They fished a match on the same stretch that Craig and I fished yesterday. They said the match was won on Sunday with £9. So it's not just us who's struggling on the Trent at the moment. I don't know what else to say. You might be able to hear it now. Watching a farmer plough his fields at the moment, up and down. And that's about the most exciting thing that's happened so far. Tactically, I've moved one rod. I've brought it onto the inside line, gone down to a nice light 1.5 ounce lead, big lump of meat, put out a bed of hemp and ground bait in the hope that I can attract some chub into there, hopefully pick up a chub that's going on. Really just try to get something on the flog to make it not a blanking flog. I mean, it's probably a pretty boring flog as it is, but even more boring if we don't get any fish at all. But that's it for now. We're going to have a rethink sort of lunchtime-ish, see what can do. But for now, next couple of hours, this is the plan. But as I say, neither of us, we're not even getting taps on the rods, so there's nothing in the vicinity at the moment. But yeah, we'll sit tight and hopefully winkle a fish out. So yeah, hopefully we're be turning the camera on for a fish. See you then. Okay, welcome back. So let's wrap this up. It's coming up to 2 o'clock, and yeah, the Trent's beaten me. Could fish on till 6, just after 6 I think I could stay here till. But I've lost all confidence now of anything happening. I had one tap on the left hand rod that's out on the crease, and that's it. Craig's not had any taps. I've not seen anybody opposite me catch anything. And yeah, sometimes you gotta just call it a day and know when you're beaten. So, or for me, once I'm stopping enjoying it, don't do something you don't enjoy. Life's too short. Well, I've had enough, so I'm packing up and going home. There's not a lot I can say really about the 2 stretches we've fished, because obviously we haven't caught anything. I mean, I'm amazed how many people turn up on that A1 stretch. The amount of vehicles that have gone down, driven down that way, given it's only a Tuesday. So heaven knows what it's like nearing the weekend. The other thing is, I mean, we're lucky the wind's coming over our head, so it's not too noisy. But I should imagine if you get the wind coming this way, the noise off the A1 must be phenomenal, because the traffic it's just non-stop all day long. It's going over there, and I suspect, looking at the amount of lorries, there's probably a lot of lorry traffic all night as well. Because whenever I come fishing, I come up the M11 A14 to most places, and that is chocker with lorries. Doesn't matter what time of night you're coming up, it's chocker with lorries. So I guess that A1 bridge is chocker. As I say, I don't know what else to say. It's been nice to fish two pegs where my car is literally just behind me. So at least once I've packed up and everything, I haven't got to walk far to put the stuff in the car, and should get home just before rush hour really. If I get away from here 2:30, hopefully I'll be home just about before 5. So yeah, that's it for and probably for me on the Trent this year. Hopefully I'll get out on the 7. We're now mid-October. Yeah, I did a November last year. Hopefully I'll get out on the 7 and do at least one more barbel flog this year, and hopefully catch something so it's more exciting than the most recent one. But yeah, thanks for watching. Sorry there's no fish. That's the nature of the beast though, and see you on the bank sometime.